Hello and welcome. Today is Saturday, the 5th of August. Here in Australia, 10 a.m. And a couple of things this week. You are watching a movie, took on a whole new meaning, and the message from home that nothing is real took on new meaning. And this might be one of those weeks where I piss people off again, but we'll see. Um, I've been saying for a while that September has got Trump's name all over it for me, but I have no idea why. I don't know what happens for him, to him, with him necessarily. But it does feel like big news where he's concerned for September. Um, and that feeling is just getting stronger and stronger. But also, I mean, the, all the talk about the alliance, the white hats, the the military side of things. I feel like I got confirmation that that all actually took place. Like, the idea that the military are in charge, the alliance is in charge. Back in 13, on the ground here in 3D. Uh, like I've been banging on about the fact that we were moved into a copy throughout the course of 13. And that was an alliance between home, outside the construct, different realms within the construct, and boots on the ground here. That alliance is what actually made that move into the copy possible. And I think that alliance, I'm just using that term because I don't know really what else to call it, but has been in charge since 13. And from a boots on the ground perspective, like the 3D play out of things, when Obama won the second term, I think it was known from then that that was also stolen, that that was rigged. And that they took over back then somehow in the background. And everybody has been playing their part since then. Um, Trump's got an interesting role because there are so many people that he is helping to get over a particular line. And I don't know if, I mean, there's always been this Trump death card in the background. I don't know whether that's what happens for September or whether the military or the alliance or whatever it is comes out in the open. Last week's call was time for military. Um, so maybe it's that. But yesterday I woke with from a I don't want to call it a dream because it really wasn't. I was in a space that I knew was familiar, but it was like you could call it like an energetic skiff. Like it was a sacred space, a somewhat exclusive space, um, secret space. And there were several of us standing around, and this male was standing next to me, and he wasn't physically that much bigger than me, but energetically he was huge. And the knowing was that he was kind of home crew, that he was sort of from the future, and that he'd come back from the future. And he said, "No, I've anchored it in 2023." And there was such a certainty, like, this is done. There's no moving the anchor. And I was shown, like, I saw the actual image of a ship's anchor, and it felt like it was dropped in September specifically. So there is an event, I don't know what kind of event, but an event that is, like, absolutely locked in for September. The knowing that came with that, it was like, this is absolute. I just don't know what that fucking thing is. But oh my God, his energy was amazing. Now Tracy's on the call, who was here last week. So I'm keen to hear from you whether there is going back to 13, if in hindsight.
Yeah, Lisa, let me see. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's validation. 2013, I was following, the Ascension piece, right? Sandra Walter and people like that. So I had already had some of that in my consciousness. But it's so funny because 2016, that's when I kept telling people, and they thought I was nuts. 2017, I kept telling people this is already done. So this is validating all that because I just kept saying that and I kept getting that. And then it dragged along, right? Stuff just kept dragging along, but I had this sense that it was already done.
That's the other piece.
Getting that, right?
That's the other piece that I was going to bring in that I thought might piss people off, because, and this applies to me too, right? Because 16, 17 and 18 were the most active, energetic years. All the doings that we were doing.
Yeah.
And after 18, for me, that all kind of dropped off. It's like, all that is done. But when I'm looking back at it in hindsight now and looking at what people are being called to do now, and there is still a lot of work being done. People are still being called to fucking open portals or close portals or fix ley lines or activate those lines and, do all this stuff. And I don't think any of it fucking matters. I think it's all done.
Yeah.
But why are we being called to do it? Why are we feeling compelled to do it? And I think to some degree we're just either remembering what we've already done. So we're having some kind of 3D play out of it. But nothing, this idea that nothing is real, it's all a movie and it's all done. None of it matters. It just feels like none of it matters. The only way it does matter is how it moves our minds forward. How we can start ticking off boxes in our own consciousness and go, okay, that's done, that's done, that's done. And moving ourselves forward. That's it. And I'm sorry for all the people who really feel like they're doing very important work right here, right now, in real time. But I think you've already done it.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I agree with that. I feel like there's a lot of integration going on right now too. And I feel also like we're anchoring a lot of this in for the collective.
Mm-hmm.
But again, all us doing it.
Mm-hmm.
All ourselves, Space Force, and probably everybody in here that's playing some role, and more people outside of here. There's people that I think in the truther movement, I'll just mention one person, Tarot by Janine, for sure, that she nails it. That's my opinion on what she gets. And I feel like she's doing that. I'm using this as an example because she's already done it, right? It's already out there. So she knows the movie. she's already got it. That's just my opinion, but it kind of validates what you're saying. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but a lot of the things she's getting with regards to the movie, right? These people are already arrested. These people have, because that happened a while ago.
Hey,
think.
yeah, it looks like. And I'm thinking back as early as 13.
Yeah.
Hi, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you're interested in the full 1.5 hour conversation, link is in the description. And if not, I'll see you next time. Bye for now.